Have you ever noticed that the hardest path often leads to the most beautiful destinations? It's strange, isn't it? We spend our lives trying to make things easier, yet the most meaningful transformations come from choosing the difficult road, especially when that road leads inward. There's this fascinating thing about human nature. We all want to grow, to become better, to find ourselves. But the moment we face the first steep climb of honest self-discovery, something inside us hesitates. It's like standing at the foot of a mountain, knowing the view from the top will be breathtaking, but feeling that initial resistance to take the first step. Think about it. When was the last time you really looked at yourself in the mirror? Not just at your reflection, but deep into who you truly are. Most of us find 1,000 excuses not to do this. We're too busy, we're doing fine as we are, or maybe we're just afraid of what we might find. It's like we've built these comfortable little houses of half-truths where we live, and the thought of stepping outside makes us nervous. But here's the thing about self-discovery. It's like trying to read a book in dim light versus reading it in bright sunlight. Sure, the dim light is gentler on our eyes, more comfortable perhaps, but in the sunlight we see every word clearly, even the parts we've been trying to skip over. That's what honest self-discovery feels like. It's bright, sometimes uncomfortably so, but it shows us everything we need to see. Most people will tell you to take the easy road. They'll say, why make life harder than it needs to be? But have you noticed how those same people often seem stuck, repeating the same patterns, facing the same problems year after year? That's because growth doesn't happen on the easy path. It happens when we choose to walk the hard road, the one that demands our honesty, our courage, and our willingness to face ourselves as we truly are. This resistance we feel, this urge to turn away from honest self-examination, it's not our enemy. It's actually a signpost pointing to exactly where we need to go. It's like that feeling in the gym when your muscles start to burn. That resistance isn't telling you to stop, it's telling you that change is happening. The same is true for self-discovery. The discomfort we feel when facing our truths isn't a warning to retreat. It's a sign that we're finally growing. Think of it like cleaning out an old room. At first, it seems overwhelming. There's dust everywhere, things we'd forgotten about, and stuff we'd rather not deal with. But unless we open those windows, sweep out those corners, and honestly look at everything we've stored away, how can we ever make space for something new? That's what the hard road of self-discovery offers. Not an easy stroll, but a chance to clear away everything that's been holding us back. And you know what? This journey, as challenging as it might be, is actually the kindest thing we can do for ourselves. Because living in denial, hiding from our truths, pretending to be something we're not, that's the real hardship. It's exhausting to maintain an image, to run from ourselves, to live in fear of being discovered. The hard road of honest self-discovery might feel challenging, but it leads to something priceless, the freedom to simply be who we are. So yes, this road is hard. Yes, it requires courage. Yes, it will challenge you in ways you never expected. But isn't that exactly why it's worth taking? Because on this path, every step forward isn't just movement, it's transformation. Every truth you face isn't just information, it's liberation. And every moment of discomfort isn't just pain, it's growth. But as we navigate this hard road of self-discovery, we must confront a powerful illusion that surrounds us, the allure of the easy path. Society often encourages us to seek comfort, to take the route that feels smooth and unchallenging. It whispers sweet nothings, promising us ease and security if we just play along, wear our masks, and avoid those uncomfortable truths. This preference for comfortable lies can be so tempting. It feels like a warm blanket on a cold night, offering immediate relief from the harshness of reality. Here's the catch. While self-deception may seem easy at first, it comes with a high price tag. Sure, it may provide a quick escape from the discomfort of facing ourselves, but that comfort is often a fleeting illusion. It's like eating sugary snacks that give you a burst of energy, but leave you crashing hard afterward. In the moment, it feels good to avoid the hard questions, to ignore the cracks in our lives, but over time, those unaddressed issues only grow larger and more burdensome. You see, choosing the easy path may shield us from short-term pain, but it locks us into a cycle of long-term suffering. The longer we allow ourselves to be sedated by these comfortable lies, the more we distance ourselves from our true selves. We become like actors, playing roles in a never-ending performance, convincing everyone around us that we have it all together while inside, we feel increasingly fragmented and lost. The truth is, every moment spent in denial is a moment stolen from our authentic journey. While the easy path may promise us comfort, today, it ultimately leads to deeper pain down the line. The honest road, though steep and rocky, is the only one that offers true freedom. Each step we take towards self-discovery unravels the web of deceits we've woven, and though it may feel uncomfortable at first, it opens the door to a life rich with authenticity and genuine connection. Rather than shying away from our truths, we must embrace them, for only then can we truly begin to heal and grow. As we journey down the path of self-discovery, we inevitably encounter the cost of this honest reflection. At first, it can feel like stepping into a cold pool. The shock of truth can be jarring. When we take a good, hard look at ourselves, we often face emotions we've buried deep: fear, regret, even shame. This initial pain can be overwhelming, making us question if the effort is truly worth it. But this pain is not without purpose. It's a necessary part of the process, a signal that we're beginning to peel away the layers of comfortable illusions that have shielded us from our true selves. Stripping away these illusions can be uncomfortable, like shedding a heavy coat in the middle of winter. We might feel exposed and vulnerable, unsure of how to navigate a world without our familiar defenses. Yet this is where the magic happens. The price of seeing oneself clearly is often steep, but it leads to a profound sense of clarity and liberation. When we confront our truths, we begin to understand our motivations, desires, and fears in a way we never could while hiding behind our masks. However, this journey doesn't just affect us, it can also create ripples in our relationships. When we choose honesty, we may face resistance from others who are still clinging to their own comfortable lies. People might push back against our newfound authenticity, feeling threatened by our willingness to speak truths they're not ready to confront. This resistance can be disheartening, making us question whether we should retreat to our old habits to keep the peace. But here lies another lesson. True growth often comes at the cost of others' comfort. It's essential to remember that our path to self-discovery may not always be met with applause. Instead, it often requires us to stand firm in our truth, even when it feels like we're swimming against the current. The journey might be painful, filled with moments of doubt and opposition, but each step toward authenticity is a step toward freedom. By embracing the cost of self-discovery, we can emerge stronger, more resilient, and deeply connected to who we really are. As we continue on this path of self-discovery, we encounter a fascinating paradox. The very act of facing difficult truths can lead to an incredible sense of inner freedom. It might seem counterintuitive, but when we confront the harsh realities of our lives, we start to liberate ourselves from the weight of pretense. For so long, we may have carried the burden of trying to be someone we're not, juggling expectations and playing roles to fit in. This constant act can feel exhausting and heavy, like wearing a suit of armor that becomes more cumbersome with every passing day. But when we finally choose to embrace the lightness of truth, everything shifts. It's as if we've shed that armor and stepped into a more comfortable, authentic skin. The liberation we feel when we drop our masks is profound. We no longer have to remember the lies we've told or the personas we've created. Instead, we can simply be ourselves, free to express our true thoughts and feelings without fear of judgment. This lightness becomes a breath of fresh air, allowing us to move through life with a sense of ease and confidence. However, this journey toward authenticity often means breaking free from social expectations. Society has a way of imposing its norms and ideals upon us, telling us how we should act, what success looks like, and who we should be. When we decide to live truthfully, we may find ourselves at odds with these expectations, and that can be daunting. It takes courage to stand alone, to embrace the path less traveled, especially when those around us may not understand or support our choices. This courage is what empowers us. Standing firm in our truth can feel lonely at times, but it also cultivates a deep sense of self-reliance. We learn to trust ourselves and our instincts, realizing that our worth is not defined by others' opinions. As we navigate the complexities of life with honesty, we discover that true freedom comes not from conforming to the world, but from being unapologetically ourselves. So while the journey may be challenging, it ultimately leads to a profound liberation that enriches our lives in ways we never thought possible. As we embark on the journey within, we begin to understand that authentic self-discovery is a process, a beautiful, sometimes messy journey that requires us to dig deep. This isn't just about surface-level changes, it's about facing the parts of ourselves we often avoid, those inner shadows that lurk in the corners of our minds. These shadows can represent our fears, insecurities, and past traumas. Confronting them can feel intimidating, like walking into a dark room where we've left the lights off for too long. But it's essential to remember that shining a light on these shadows is the first step toward true transformation. When we take the brave step to acknowledge these hidden aspects of ourselves, we begin to transform. It's not about erasing our flaws or pretending they don't exist. It's about accepting them as part of who we are. This acceptance leads to a powerful shift. Instead of viewing our vulnerabilities as weaknesses, we start to see them as sources of strength. Embracing our imperfections allows us to connect more deeply with ourselves and others. It fosters compassion, not just for ourselves, but also for those around us who are grappling with their own struggles. Finding strength in vulnerability can feel like a revelation. It teaches us that we don't have to wear a mask of perfection to be worthy of love and respect. Instead, our true power lies in our authenticity. When we show up as our genuine selves, imperfections and all, we create space for real connections with others. We invite them to do the same, breaking down the walls that often separate us. This journey within is not always easy. It can be filled with discomfort and uncertainty. But with each honest confrontation, we take steps toward a more profound understanding of ourselves. We learn that the shadows we feared are not as daunting as they seem, and that embracing them leads us to a brighter, more authentic existence. Ultimately, this journey is about self-acceptance and the freedom that comes with it, transforming our vulnerabilities into a source of resilience and connection. As we continue our journey of self-discovery, we begin to see how honesty shapes our reality in profound ways. When we commit to living truthfully, we create a foundation for our lives that allows for genuine connections and authentic relationships. This isn't just about being honest with ourselves, it's also about being open and truthful with others. When we drop our masks and share our true selves, we invite others to do the same. This mutual honesty paves the way for deeper, more meaningful relationships where we can support each other without judgment. As these authentic connections blossom, we start to notice a natural unfolding of genuine life. Our interactions become richer, filled with understanding and empathy. We find ourselves surrounded by people who resonate with our true selves, who appreciate us for who we are rather than for the personas we once wore. This alignment with our authentic selves brings a sense of peace and fulfillment that the superficial connections of the past could never provide. Moreover, when we embrace our truth, we align ourselves with the universe in a remarkable way. It's like tuning into a radio station that plays the music of our lives. The universe responds to our honesty, often in ways we might not immediately recognize. Opportunities begin to present themselves, Doors that once seemed closed start to open, and we find ourselves in situations that feel right and true. It's as if life itself is affirming our choice to be genuine, guiding us toward experiences that resonate with our newfound authenticity. This response from the universe reinforces the idea that when we live in accordance with our truth, we harness a powerful force for change. The more we embrace our authentic selves, the more we attract people and opportunities that align with our true nature. In this way, honesty becomes not just a personal choice, but also a transformative practice that shapes our reality, creating a life filled with connection, purpose, and joy. The journey of self-discovery, rooted in truth, opens up a world where we can truly thrive. As we traverse the hard road of honest self-discovery, we begin to reap the incredible rewards that come from our efforts. One of the most profound gifts of this journey is the deep peace that replaces the superficial comfort we once sought. While it may have felt easier to avoid our truths and live in denial, that comfort was often fleeting, like a sugar high that quickly fades. In contrast, the peace we find through honesty is lasting and rooted in a sense of self-acceptance. It allows us to navigate life's ups and downs with a calmness that comes from knowing we are true to ourselves. This deep peace naturally leads to the cultivation of genuine relationships. As we remove our masks and show our true selves, we draw in others who appreciate us for who we really are. These authentic connections are built on trust and understanding, creating bonds that feel meaningful and fulfilling. No longer do we have to worry about maintaining false images or hiding behind facades. Instead, we can engage with others openly, fostering an environment where real love and support can flourish. Moreover, living in alignment with our truth helps us flow with life's natural rhythm. When we embrace who we are, we become more attuned to the opportunities and experiences that resonate with our authentic selves. This alignment makes it easier to navigate challenges as we learn to trust in the process of life. Instead of feeling like we're constantly fighting against the current, we discover a sense of ease as we move forward, trusting that we are exactly where we need to be. As we continue on this path, we also uncover a remarkable inner strength and resilience. Each time we confront a difficult truth or face a challenge, we build our capacity to endure and thrive. We learn that we are capable of overcoming obstacles and that vulnerability is not a weakness, but a source of power. This resilience empowers us to face future challenges with confidence, knowing that we have the tools to navigate whatever comes our way. Ultimately, the rewards of this hard road are not only transformative, but also enriching, providing us with a rich tapestry of peace, authentic relationships, and a deepened connection to life itself. As we reach the final stages of our journey, we discover a remarkable liberation that comes from transcending the social masks we once wore. These masks may have allowed us to fit in or avoid discomfort, but they also trapped us in a cycle of pretense. When we choose to let go of these facades, we create space for our true selves to emerge. This act of shedding our masks is not just freeing, it's transformative. We begin to recognize that our worth isn't tied to how others perceive us, but comes from being genuine and authentic. Finding this true self-worth is a profound revelation. It teaches us that we don't need to seek validation from outside sources. Instead, we learn to appreciate ourselves for who we are, flaws and all. This inner acceptance fosters a sense of confidence that allows us to navigate life with a renewed sense of purpose. We no longer feel the need to conform to societal expectations or play roles that don't resonate with our true nature. The freedom that comes from complete authenticity is liberating. When we live as our true selves, we experience a sense of lightness that permeates every aspect of our lives. No longer burdened by the weight of pretense, we can express ourselves fully, pursue our passions, and connect with others in meaningful ways. This authenticity not only enriches our own lives, but also inspires those around us to embrace their own truths. Interestingly, we also find that the journey, while challenging, has a paradoxical ease to it. The difficulties we faced along the way and the moments of discomfort and vulnerability have led us to this place of freedom. It's as if we've learned that the hardest paths often yield the most rewarding outcomes. Embracing our true selves, although initially daunting, becomes a source of strength and joy. In the end, we discover that the journey toward authenticity, with all its ups and downs, is the key to a life that feels truly fulfilling and free. As we reflect on this journey, I invite you to choose the hard road, the path of honest self-discovery. It may seem daunting, but it is a journey worth taking. Embracing this path means facing your truths, confronting your fears, and shedding the masks that no longer serve you. It's about stepping into the light of your authentic self, even when it feels uncomfortable. This choice may require courage, but it is a choice that leads to profound transformation. The journey of self-discovery is not just about the challenges you face, it's about the growth that comes from them. Each step you take toward honesty and authenticity brings you closer to a deeper understanding of who you are. As you embrace this journey, you will find that the rewards are immense. Inner peace becomes your constant companion, replacing the chaos and confusion that often accompany a life lived in pretense. You will experience a sense of calm that allows you to navigate life's ups and downs with grace and confidence. Moreover, as you learn to carry your truths, you will discover that your burdens can transform into wings. The weight of your struggles, when embraced and understood, can lift you to new heights. Instead of feeling weighed down by your past or your fears, you will find that they become a source of strength and resilience. This transformation allows you to soar above life's challenges, empowering you to live fully and authentically. I encourage you to take that first step. Choose the hard road and commit to this journey of self-discovery. Embrace the discomfort, knowing that it is part of the process. As you do, you'll uncover the incredible rewards that await you: inner peace, genuine connections, and a freedom that will transform your life. The journey may be challenging, but it is also the path that will lead you to become the best version of yourself.